What's happening there? Hey, everybody. How you doing? Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. How's it going today? Welcome to the show, April 23rd, 2019. Traveling with Bruce is on the air. Welcome one, welcome all. Hope you had a good week this week. Just getting my stuff set up here. Mute that thing over there so that doesn't interfere. And fire that up over there. And get my comments set up. Welcome to Traveling with Bruce and my show today. Not a bad day here in Creston, by the way. Here in British Columbia, we're probably kind of cloudy, but no rain yet. Maybe a shower might come through here, but I think we're sitting here at about we're sitting here at almost 20 Celsius, so we're pushing 65 degrees or something like that. Pretty good. It's kind of like an overnight low in the desert. We'll take it. It's getting better little by little all the time. And spring is in the air for sure. Summer is just around the corner, and quite looking forward to the warmer weather. Just giving you a heads up also today, just to make sure you're up to speed with what's going on. I'm on the air all this week as usual, except for Saturday. I won't be on the air Saturday. Saturday's a travel day. Heading to Calgary and going to visit with our daughter, and I'll be broadcasting from Calgary starting next Monday. And I might even have a special guest with me live with me on the show on Monday. I'm crossing my fingers. I'll let you in on that a little bit later when I know more. Speaking of special guests, tomorrow, do not miss tomorrow's show. We've got Dan the Man Slots on here tomorrow. I can't wait for tomorrow. Dan the Man is going to be here with me. He's going to be a guest appearing on the video link, and Dan and I are going to be talking about gambling on cruise ships, hanging out in the casino, trying to win some big bucks, and how you can get a free cruise courtesy of the cruise line from the casino itself. So I'm going to be talking to him about that. I'm going to talk to him about perks and promotions that these cruise lines are doing, and he's putting together group cruises on cruise ships for casinos. And I tell you, I can't wait for the show tomorrow. So tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern, Dan the Man Slots will be here live with me for the whole show, and I think we're going to have a little bit of fun. That is going to be pretty cool. Anyway, that is the story there. As far as cruise news goes, not much happening in the way of the cruise world today. It's not been a hectic day. I know that the Oasis of the Seas is in dry dock now in Cadiz. So that's good news. I know that they've been working on her already. They've already been working a lot of the welding work in the back of the ship. They've probably been cutting away destroyed portions of the ship and then putting in new steel plates and rebuilding the back end of the ship. They'll get ready to grind it all out and then smooth it out, then eventually paint it, prime it, paint it, and all that type of thing. What damage can't be repaired on the Oasis, we don't know yet. Will the Oasis of the Seas be ready to go on May the 5th? We don't know. We're hoping to find out. I would say this: if the cruise line is pretty sure that they need another week because of how long it took to get the ship to Cadiz and now it's in the dry dock, if they feel they need another week, they'll probably know in the next 3 or 4 days and give as many days notice to the folks who are booked on the May 5th cruise, a time to make alternate arrangements. But at this point in time, from what I understand, the May 5th Mediterranean cruise starts out of Barcelona as scheduled, and no cancellations have been issued at all. I'm sure the cruise line is going to do everything in its power to get that ship ready for the May 5th cruise. They do not want to cancel any cruises out of Barcelona. They don't want to stop this meter. They want to get this meter running again. They want this ship to be a moneymaker, because right now it is just costing them at least $3 million a day for every day it's not running, and that's not good. So that's against the bottom line. They want to stop that ASAP, get the ship working, and go from there. So we'll stay on top of the story. As soon as I know more on the Oasis of the Seas, I'll fill you guys in and let you know from anything that I hear. That's the big news there. I did a video this morning, by the way. I just caught a news story, or a little not a news story, kind of more of a report, I guess I should really say, I did catch a report today talking about cruise lines around the world that are the dominant cruise line in different regions of the world. There are 19 areas of the world you can go cruising on today. And there are cruise liners in each of these regions. One of them dominates, and then the rest, have ships as well. And so I made a video about this today. If you get a chance, check it out, see what you think. Let me know. I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up if you do. The 19 areas cover the Atlantic, which is dominated these days by Cunard. Cunard is the only cruise line that operates in effect, a weekly transatlantic schedule of any seriousness. We just had Vivian cross the Atlantic last week. She just got in. A Caribbean, Carnival's number one. The number one cruise line for the Caribbean as far as volume of passengers is Carnival Cruise Line. For Mexico, and that would be from the Caribbean side and from the Western U.S. side, Carnival again, because in the West they have a ship, two ships out of Long Beach, and the Panorama is going to, Carnival Panorama is going to go to Long Beach this November, I think it is. And that'll be the largest cruise ship permanently home porting out of California, in this case, Long Beach. And it'll be doing a series of Mexico cruises. Alaska is dominated by Princess. Don't know if you know that. Princess is the number one cruise line for Alaska cruising out of Vancouver and Seattle. Have been heavily involved with Alaska for years and years. Of course, Princess is owned by Carnival. Cunard is owned by Carnival. So far you can see the pattern here. Carnival kind of runs all these regions. Panama Canal also is the number one line that runs through the Panama Canal for cruise ship passengers. Princess as well. They do a lot of Carnival Panama Canal cruises. Now, over in the Mediterranean, it's a different story. The folks at MSC, which is the privately run cruise line out of Switzerland, they are the number one cruise line out of the Mediterranean and have been for a number of years. They also are number one in the South America continent area. They're also number one in the Indian Ocean and Red Sea cruising areas, and they are number one for the continent of Africa. For those of us in North America, it's so far away from us to think about an Africa cruise or a South Indian Ocean cruise. Even South America. A lot of us just don't think about taking a South American cruise as a normal thought. It's just so alien to us. North Americans are so we're so boxed in. We think Caribbean, we think Alaska, we think Mexico, and then we think the Mediterranean and the British Isles kind of thing. But we really don't think much beyond that. A very small percentage of us, very small, actually think about taking cruises outside of those regions. I would say next region would be in play would be Australia. In any event, MSC, they dominate all those four regions: Mediterranean, South America, Africa, and the Indian Ocean and Red Sea. MSC is the fastest growing cruise line in the world. They will shortly surpass Norwegian. Even though Norwegian is adding ships to her fleet, MSC will pass Norwegian as the third largest, world's largest cruise line operator, probably in the next couple of years, because MSC has, I think, 9 or so ships coming in, if not more, in the next 7 years. And Norwegian is sort of getting one every year and a half or so. So they're just growing faster. Both are growing, but MSC is growing faster. MSC also is ordering and taking delivery of very large cruise ships. They are after ships now holding 5,000 plus people, a number of them, and that also is increasing their capacity quite dramatically. In Northern Europe, the number one cruise line is AIDA. A-I-D-A is how you spell AIDA Cruising. AIDA Cruising is a subsidiary of Carnival. They are specialists for the German cruise market. German-speaking cruisers go to either Mein Schiff or they go to AIDA Cruising. Those two cruise lines are targeting German-speaking cruisers. If you, as an English speaker and a non-German speaker, were ever to find yourself on an AIDA cruise, you'd be quite comfortable. They speak English as well. But AIDA Cruising is the number one cruise line for Northern Europe cruisings. That would be the Baltic, the Sweden, Norway, this region here. Also, AIDA Cruising is also the number one cruise line for what I call the Caribbean of Europe. That would be the Canary Islands. A lot of Europeans want to get away in the wintertime, and just like North Americans, we want to get away in the wintertime to warmer weather. In North America, we had the Caribbean. In Europe, you head down to the Canary Islands, and Ada Cruising is the #1 cruise line for cruises to the Canary Islands. Nice warm weather. For Asia Pacific, the Asia Pacific region, at the moment, the #1 cruise line is Costa Cruising, and I find that interesting because you know, I personally don't think of Costa as a dominant player in that region, but at the moment they are. They just happen to have more capacity there than anyone else. Costa Cruising is also owned by Carnival, and they're known for European cruising, Mediterranean cruises in general. That's kind of their forte, but they're #2 to behind MSC. They're not the #1 dominant player in the Mediterranean, but in Asia Pacific right now they are. I don't think this is going to last much longer. I think in the next 2 or 3 years, with the Carnival and Viking and other cruise lines now teaming up with Chinese-based shipbuilding companies and marketing companies to form new cruise lines in the China market. I think these are going to become the dominant player. Now, in the case of Carnival, what's happening, and this is a brilliant move on Carnival's part, they've already formed a joint venture with the largest shipbuilding company in China, and 2 of the Costa cruise ships that they have, 2 of their older ships, have been sent over to China to be dry docked and to be retrofitted and be China-fied. I'll use that term. The cruise lines, the cruise ships are going to be completely set up for the Chinese cruiser. So all the language on board, all the emergency signage, all the menus, and that will all be in Chinese. They're running this program with their Chinese partners, and so for Carnival, they'll back out. They'll back Costa out of there, and they'll push in their former Costa ships, and then they're having brand new ships built by their partner, the large shipbuilder in China, to add to the fleet. And so I wouldn't be surprised, within 5 to 10 years, they're running 8 to 10 ships over there, and they'll probably be the #1 mover of passengers in the China market, followed by other cruise lines who are doing kind of the similar thing. In Australia, the #1 cruise line for Australian cruise passengers, P&O Australia, another Carnival cruise line, a subsidiary. Carnival, or P&O, runs ships that used to be Princess ships. It seems that Princess runs them for a while, then they shift them over to P&O. They convert them into a P&O brand, and P&O Australia runs them into New Zealand, Australia, Indonesia, that whole region there. For Bermuda, Norwegian Cruise Line is the #1 cruise line bringing passengers to Bermuda. Norwegian runs cruises out of New York City practically year-round. They run cruises out of other ports, and they do a lot of business in Bermuda. It goes over well. Also, Norwegian is also the #1 player for Hawaii, and that's because they have one ship in Hawaii all the time, the Pride of America. That ship does 7-day cruises practically all year round, and it is staffed by an American crew because that ship only stays in U.S. waters. Other cruise lines come to Hawaii from the mainland, but they'll stop in Ensenada on the way over or on the way back, and that'll give them the Jones Act exemption to allow them to do it. The problem is, you want to do a Hawaii cruise from Los Angeles or San Francisco, even out of Seattle, you're going to have to take 14, 15 days to do it because you've got 4 or 5 days to get over there, 4 or 5 days of cruising, 4 or 5 days to come back, and that's a 2-week turnaround minimum. Whereas with the Pride of America, you fly in, you get on the ship for a week, and then you fly out, and unless you want to spend a few days before and or after your cruise in a hotel. And that's how you can take a 1-week cruise. The problem is for any traveler, the real reality is, if you took a cruise from Los Angeles on, say, Princess Cruise Lines to Hawaii and back, the total cost of that cruise could run you, depending on the kind of room you have, it could run you, from $70 a night to $150 a night, depending on your room. To book a 1-week cruise on the Pride of America is more. It's much more per night. because it's an all-American crew. It's much more expensive to run a cruise ship with an all-American crew as opposed to folks who are from the third world or say, the Philippines, Indonesia, who are paid much less than the American counterparts. So you can pay top dollar and be on the Pride of America for a week, or you can pay the same kind of money in total and get a 15-day cruise out of the deal, but it is from the mainland. So to each his own. Both seem to be surviving, although I will say when Norwegians started operating in Hawaii about 10, 11 years ago, 2008 or so, 2007 even, they had 3 ships running out of Hawaii, 3 at the same time. One of them was the Jade, Norwegian Jade. But within 6 months or so, they pulled 2 of the 3 out, and they realized we haven't got the bookings to run 3 fully Americanized cruise ships here in Hawaii. We don't have the volume. We're running half empty. So they took 2 ships right out and only kept the Pride of America back, and she's running acceptable numbers to make it work. So that's what's happening. No competition for a Norwegian in the Hawaiian Islands. So that's why you also don't get deals. Why should they reduce prices? No one to make it go lower. For Canada and New England, if you want to cruise from New York or Boston and head up into Canada, the #1 cruise line for that region is Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean, it's a seasonal service, of course. It's spring, summer, fall. And in the spring and summer, you got the beautiful, summer colors. In the fall, you've got the winter, the fall colors with the leaves coming and turning color. It's beautiful, spectacular. You can get cruises right into the St. Lawrence Seaway, right down to Montreal, and then turn it right back and visit Quebec City and other Canadian spots like Halifax, Prince Edward Island, St. John's. Beautiful area, and great family cruising in the summertime. Beautiful cruising in the fall. Very romantic, very nice. For U.S. domestic cruising, in other words, in U.S. waters on the mainland, American Cruise Lines is the way to go. They have a paddle wheeler that goes up and down the Mississippi. They also have other more traditional river type ships going up the Mississippi and also the Columbia River, and they're looking to expand. They're aggressively advertising. A lot of my viewers telling me they see the ad for American cruise ships all the time on my site before you even watch my live show or recorded show. So they're heavily promoting and marketing themselves. They're adding to their fleet. They want to get a number of ships under their belt, and then they want to corner a big chunk of the American market. Now, Viking River Cruises has been attempting and looking at for at least a decade for a way to come into the U.S. market. And they were seriously looking at setting up a home port somewhere in the Mississippi to run cruises. But it was on again, off again. It's on again, off again. We haven't heard anything definitive, anything final yet. Time will tell. I don't know what kind of ship they would use. Would they bring over some of their European version ships? Would they build ships similar to what they're using in Europe? Would they build ships in the U.S. with the American builders? That's probably the way they'd have to go. I just have a feeling that every time they run the numbers and they're just looking at these costs that are so much higher in the USA to operate a traditional cruise line, that they have a feeling. I think they have a feeling that Americans will pay a certain amount of money to do a trip, but over a certain level, it just isn't going to sell out, and they have to get high numbers to make it pay because the rules and regs are so restrictive in the U.S. for safety and that type of thing, and with work requirements. You can't hire a bunch of foreigners to run the ship. You have to be all domestic U.S. workers. And then the other little problem that does happen from time to time in the United States and in other industrialized countries, you get unionization coming in there, and once in a while you run into a strike situation, and you get a picket line, and passengers can't cross over a picket line without getting severely beaten. Not going to happen. People aren't going to do it. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to play out. American Cruise Lines is full steam ahead. They're going at it, going for it. They've been in business for a while, and they intend to become big players in the American domestic cruise business. We'll follow it, see what happens. The second last category or area is Antarctica. This is an up and coming area for cruising. The #1 cruise line operator right now is out of the Baltic region known as Hurtigruten. I think either Sweden or Norway. Their ships are kind of like A small ship on steroids. It's not an ice cutter style ship as far as industrial looking. Still looks like a cruise ship, but it's a tough cruise ship, really tough. Can handle light ice flows without any trouble. This is a new up and coming area for passengers, for cruisers. A lot of higher end 6-star cruise lines are coming out looking to offer cruises in Antarctica. Go see the penguins and so on. Head for the Arctic. We'll see how this all plays out. What worries me as just an observer from the outside is, God forbid, one of these cruise ships gets into engine trouble down in the Antarctic, or they run into a weather system that can be nasty. Something just picks up, and they get caught between some ice sheets, and the nearest help is 1,000 miles away. I fear for that. I really wonder. There's no law saying that a ship can't go there. That's the thing about the mariner, the code of the seas, I guess. Whatever your flag is, you can take your ship in open water wherever you want to, and if you've got paying passengers that are willing to take the risk, well, there you go. I'm a little skittish about that, but that's just a personal thing about me. The last category for regions of the world is actually the world itself. World cruises. The #1 cruise line that dominates world cruising is Cunard. Cunard has for, oh gosh, over 100 years now or longer been on the high seas, but certainly since the Queen Elizabeth II days, which would be the 60s, since the late 60s and in the 70s, the QE2 and now the Queen Victoria and others, the 3 ships they are plying the planet. And there are photographs online or in brochures for decades that show the Cunard brand everywhere. It's easy to find a Cunard photo of a Cunard ship in Sydney by the Opera House, or it's easy to find a Cunard ship coming under the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, or coming into New York Harbor past the Statue of Liberty, or you name the port around the world, Hong Kong and Singapore and Tokyo. These ships have been everywhere, and Cunard has kept up this tradition to this day. A couple of their ships are offering world cruises every year. They're virtually sold out every time because the service is legendary. There are people who have taken multiple world cruises on Cunard lines over the years and swear by it, and have enjoyed it immensely. So there you go. Those are your 19 different regions of the world that cruise ships now ply their trade, as opposed to compare back to the 1950s, just before jet travel. The only real area you would have gone on a cruise ship, you wouldn't have gone on a cruise ship, you would have gone on an ocean liner back in the 50s, and you would have crossed the Atlantic. Yes, in the summer there were the occasional secondary destinations, but really you didn't go on a cruise to nowhere. So what the first cruises were called, when Carnival started offering cruises in 1960, 61, 62, people were calling those cruises to nowhere because he went from Miami back to Miami. He didn't go anywhere. Well, that's what we do today. We cruise to nowhere. We start in Fort Lauderdale, we end up in Fort Lauderdale. The only time you're on a real cruise is when you go on a repositioning cruise. You leave Fort Lauderdale, you end up in Barcelona. But it's not a scheduled cruise, it's a one-off. And like I say, way back when in the 50s, 90% of the business was Europe to New York. That was it. And that's how you got across the ocean. And I was just thinking earlier today, I was thinking about it being, man, can you imagine being working for an international organization, kind of a high up executive, and once a year you've got to go over to Europe to have meetings over there for different divisions of the company you're with. The only way over there reliably was on an ocean liner, steamship, and it was not uncommon for executives at that time to take a 2-week time frame to do the trip. You would have you'd be taking a rail from, say, somewhere in the U.S. Let's say you lived in St. Louis. You had to go to London, England for meetings. You would take a train from St. Louis to New York. You'd take your wife with you if you were smart about it, and you'd get to New York a couple of days before your cruise even left, spend a night or two in the Waldorf Astoria or the Plaza or any of the other hotels there, unless you had friends. And then you went to Manhattan and got on your ship. And 6 days later, you'd be in Southampton, take a train into London, and now you would be staying in a hotel or again, friend's place in London, doing your business, and your wife would be socializing with friends and perhaps family or what have you. And in the after a day or two of business, you have a couple of days of personal time, and you do some sightseeing and some visiting around, and then it's back on the ship, and it would be first or second class for the executive, of course, back to New York, and once in New York, a night or two there perhaps, and then on a train to St. Louis. And you're talking about a 2.5, 3 week time frame to do this entire deal, because it's 1 week each way on the ocean at least. And you have to have at least another week for everything else in between. So it could have been 3.5 weeks. Can you imagine the amount of money that would have cost way back when? It's a different world. It doesn't exist anymore. So-called casual cruising across the Atlantic was almost non-existent. Traveling across the Atlantic in the 50s, from Europe to North America, it was immigrants. After the Second World War, a lot of people would like to get out because there weren't as many economic opportunities available in Germany, for instance, or Poland, or maybe France and Italy, other places, Amsterdam, Netherlands, so on. People want to get over to Canada, the USA. So that way it was immigration. The other direction, it was for business. The so-called idea of going to the continent for a leisurely vacay. You had to have some serious money to be able to do that, and you could only do it from North America because, frankly, you couldn't travel out of Europe. You couldn't travel out of, say, United Kingdom in 1951 and go to USA and blow a pile of cash. There were currency restrictions on those days. The country of Britain was so poor after the war was over, they were paying their bills. They owed the Americans a lot of money for the war. America and other countries, they were all working out their IOUs between each other. And for regular population of people in Europe, for them to travel to other countries, you had such strict currency controls that you would not be allowed to take a whole bunch of cash with you out of the country. The country couldn't afford you to do that. They wanted you to keep the cash at home, and they would try to find a way to tax you on it. So a whole other world that we today cannot even think of relating to. It is amazing. Trying to find information about this is also rather difficult to come up with, because there are very few people still alive today that were alive then who knew what it was like. Yeah, things have changed dramatically. Of course, in the mid-50s, late 50s, into the 60s, yes, everything eased up, and people could travel a lot more easily. There wasn't this desperate sprint across the Atlantic to settle in the New World. Europe was coming on economically and recovering well. Germany was becoming a powerhouse in the 60s economically and kept on going even to this very day. And so more and more travel became leisure travel. But then the transatlantic business completely changed when the 707 from Boeing was introduced, a 4-engine jet plane that could get you from New York to London in 5.5, 6 hours rather than 6 days. And within 5 years, almost all transatlantic traffic virtually disappeared, except for a couple of lines. Cunard was one of them. But even Cunard backed off with the Queen Mary. They were running her right across, back and forth. And the Queen Elizabeth, she was going back and forth. They took them both out of service. And the QE2 came out in 68, 69. The last major ocean liner to be built by anyone. And she had a distinguished career until just 2008, when she finally sets sail for the last time. And she now resides in Dubai as a floating hotel. And that was the end of the traditional transatlantic ocean liner business that our parents and our grandparents grew up on and was normal for them. That was normal. Today, people of my generation, but anyone younger than myself, anyone in their 20s and 30s and 40s, have no clue what the world was like in 1955, 65, up until 60 or so. Have no clue what it was like prior to that, unless you watch movies and see the odd documentary. Anyway, there you go. 19 regions of the world. Certain lines dominate certain areas. And like I say, Carnival has a big chunk of business around the world. But then again, when you own 9 different cruise lines, obviously you have 102 or 106 different ships. Yeah, you need to be busy. You need those ships to be deployed all over the place, because you can't have 106 ships out of Miami. It's not going to work. And so the fleet is worldwide. Anyway, there you go. Thank you for joining me on the on this portion of the show. Again, I remind all of you a couple of things. Number one, tomorrow I have a special guest here. Dan the Man Slots is joining me for the whole show tomorrow. Can't wait to have him on. We are going to talk about gambling on cruise ships and how can you get a deal? How can you get a free room? How can you get perks? He puts together group cruises. We're going to talk about how he does that. We're going to talk about land-based casinos and onboard cruise ship casinos. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So please join me for tomorrow's show, and you can ask him questions. The second thing is join me on my Facebook group page, Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's. Head over to the Facebook group page, and a lot of us hang out there between live shows. A lot of folks are posting videos and photos of their cruises that they're on right now, all this year, last year. Folks are posting photos and descriptions of their trips that they've had over the years, how things have changed over the years. We really get a lot of information coming on there all the time. All you got to do is just head over to the Traveling with Bruce Facebook page, ask to join the group. I'm the administrator. I'll let you in. And please enjoy the postings. And if you've got any photos of cruises that you were on this year, last year, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, family members that were on cruises 30, 40 years ago when the Love Boat was the dominant story, we'd love to see photos from the old days. Pull out the old photo albums and see if you can post some photos on the Facebook group page for us. We love it. I would love to see anyone who has transatlantic ocean liner photos, anything like that. Oh, I'd love that sort of stuff. Again, anything you could post like that, I would love it. Again, thank you, all of you, for your support of this channel through the Facebook group page, through thumbs ups on this show, through watching my other videos, posting my videos, to sharing my videos with friends on Facebook and Twitter and other social media. Thank you very much for that. And then those of you out there who've been brave enough and kind enough to go to the RedBubble store, picking up Traveling with Bruce merchandise like the shirt here, or picking up a coffee mug. I've got about 35 different logos out there now, and oh gosh, we must have 20 to 40 items for each logo available. RedBubble is the outfit that we use to handle our merchandising. So if you place an order for a T-shirt, RedBubble handles everything. They handle the money, they handle the order, they handle the shipping, they handle returns, they handle everything. I have nothing to do with it. I can't foul it up, and I love it. And thank you, RedBubble, for your great efforts. Also, thank you to those of you out there who are going to Amazon.com through my channel. Folks are going to Amazon because they're seeing down below here in the description, they see the Amazon link from Traveling with Bruce. If you link into Amazon through that link down there and buy anything on Amazon, this channel gets a commission on whatever you buy. And thank you, Amazon, for helping us out. I love it. Again, I don't do anything. I don't even know who does it. All I know is I get reports once in a while from Amazon saying, oh, you made 48 cents yesterday. You made $2.22 yesterday. Your channel got $1.85 yesterday. Fantastic. These are little pennies from heaven. And thank you, those of you out there who use Amazon to help support this channel. I love you for it. Thank you. And then, of course, those of you who are Patreon supporters of this channel and also who make donations to this channel. Thank you very much. All right, there you go. Let's see who's here. I'm on again tonight, by the way, at 8 o'clock. I don't know if you know this. A lot of you who are new to the channel, I'm on 6 days a week, Monday to Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern, Saturdays at 2, talking cruise ships like right now. And then 8 o'clock, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, live trivia. And I'm ready to roll. I've got my trivia questions all set up, ready to hit you guys with them. We'll see how you guys do with them tonight. We have fun on trivia. Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. And I'll tell you, it beats watching the television, because what's on TV these days? It's depressing. In any event, there you go. Let's see who's here. If you've never been here before, please sign in and say hi to me, like all of my folks here are doing. My regulars constantly say hi to me every day. They say hi to each other all the time. They encourage everyone to give Bruce thumbs up, because Bruce needs them. And if you're new, please come on in and say hi to me. Tell me where you're watching me from. What's your high temperature today? What's the price of gas in your neighborhood? Is it going up? Because it's been going up everywhere. And we'll touch base with you. Lynn Lizard is here. Hey, Bruce. Lynn, I just missed the message. Lynn is here from somewhere, and I couldn't read it. It just disappeared on me. It's so old, this message. Larry Barnett is here. Debbie Manuel, Tom Henry, Steaming Bean, Kelly Haston, Shawanda's Creative Circle, Paul Wilgus, Larry Barrett, Kathy Hennessy is here. Lynn, we're supposed to get an email today from Royal Caribbean letting us know if the May 5th cruise is going or not. We're booked on it. Right on, Lynn. Let me know. Larry Barrett, all I need is a pic. Sean McCroskey is here. Hello, everybody. Kathy Hennessy is here. Paul Wilgus, Tom Henry. If I'm repeating the names, forgive me. Paul Cool Jazz from New York, of course, is here. James Grandy is here. Hi, James. Who else have I got here? Debbie Manuel saying, Larry, I got my passport pic done on a Postal Plus place, and when I got to the post office, they hated the size of the picture, and they took one for me at the post office. Very interesting. James Grandy, and then bring him to the post office. Larry, we are hunting. Oh, okay. Sylvan is saying, get better soon, Tom. Shawana hope you get better, Tom Henry. Oh, Tom, are you under again? I'm either suffering from fumes or Cindy's pizza from supper yesterday. Tom, you sure know how to get yourself in trouble, don't you? I tell you, I hope Cindy isn't watching. For your sake, Tom Smith, are there any pictures or video of the refurbished NCL Joy? I haven't seen any. I have not seen any yet. I've heard that the ship is on its way to Seattle. I thought it was in Seattle. I've got nothing. Scott Weber, I'm here at 65 and partly cloudy in Palos Verdes. Gas is $4.15 a gallon. Ridiculous. That is insane. Hopefully that won't last long. Those kinds of prices. That is insane. Cool Jazz. I think Tom took a sick day to admire his new Park West art. Maybe that's what's going on. Like doing what those 911 operators are doing up in Chicago, going on cruises. Taking days off. So Tweety, hey, traveling with Bruce and everybody. Hi, So Tweety. So Tweety's got a channel on Facebook, on YouTube, excuse me. And a lot of you have been checking her out. Welcome, So Tweety. Tom Henry, fumes were furniture polish and alcohol used on projects at work yesterday. Oh man, that can get you. Shauna's Creative Circle. Scott Weber at So Tweety. He's waving. Scott Weber figures that it's the guys with the biggest ships. Lynn, thanks, Kathy. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Cat Rose is here. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to European cruise. And if I ever get rich, I want to do a world cruise. There you go. So Tweety. Hey, Tom Henry, Paul, Shawana, everybody. Let's see here. Tom Henry, today's report. One more PW art. Guy Harvey and the box with Paul and Cool Jazz was delivered. A bit of where. Laugh out loud. That old biddy. Hello from St. Louis, everybody. Hi there, that old biddy. Welcome to the show from beautiful St. Louis. Glad you could make it. Scott Weber, Bruce, what do people like me who like small ships? Well, Scott, Viking Ocean Cruises is smaller, but you can always go on one of the older ships with Holland America, maybe, or maybe Royal Caribbean, still running Grandeur of the Seas. I'm not sure if it's small enough for you, though. I don't know. Maybe even those are too big. So, Tom Henry, were you talking about getting a Brito sculpture at the end of the show yesterday? Cat Rose, want to go on another small ship? 5,000 people's too many. Paul Wilgus, hello, that old biddy. Let's see here. Cool Jazz, no wonder I'm so tired. Been traveling for 2 weeks now. So Tweety saying, for work or play, Cool Jazz? What's the travel all about? Tom Henry, yes, we bought 2 that were due last Saturday. The kissing fish arrived, but the bear with the crown is still missing. Brittany, it is so interesting to find out what cruise lines are, where they are the most popular and where. Yes, it is. Cool Jazz, So Tweety, Tom Henry, St. Paul, and I, home in a box from Mexico. And he just got it. All right. Tom Henry, I hope you two behaved in that box and didn't break anything. Scott Weber, Brittany, the results are not necessarily the most popular, but the ones with the most capacity. Vivian is saying, hi, Cool and Tweety. Hi, Vivian. How you doing? Have you fully recovered from your travels? Are you all settled in now? I hope you are. welcome to America. I know you're in, what is it, Peoria, Illinois, I think. Welcome to the show. A little more reasonable hour for you this show, at this time. Hopefully you've adjusted with the time change. You've had time to kind of do that with the ship and now with rail. Linda Lou, hi there, TWB gang. I am here. Hi, Linda Lou from Reno. Vivian, hey, Linda Lou. Tom Henry, hi, Kat, and Linda Lou. Paul Lucas, Tom, we broke everything. You tried being in a box for 2 weeks and try not to move around. Cool Jazz says, wait till you open the box. Hope you had us insured. So Tweety, oh, laughing out loud. Okay, I must have missed something. Paul Lucas, hello, Linda Lou. Tracy, hi, Tom. Hope you are feeling better. And Cool Jazz is asking how Chicago is doing. So Tweety, Viv, how's Chicago? Cool Jazz wants to know. So Tweety, Tom and I love to see the pieces. Tom, I would love to see the pieces. I want a Brito sculpture. I have a bubbly bath strawberry by Michael Godard. They both do fun art. And Tom Henry says, thanks, Tracy. Debbie Manuel, hi, so Tweety. Tracy, hi there, Paul Lucas. Glad your temp in Virginia is much better. Linda Lou, sunny, very sunny day. 72 degrees in Reno today. Wonderful stuff. Tom Henry, okay, I'll post some pics, so Tweety. I'll definitely do it. Thank you, Tracy, says Paul Lucas. So Tweety, hey, Linda Lou and Tracy. Nurse Nancy, hi there, TWB family. What a wonderful day today. Sunny and a great day for a big birthday. Right on. Way to go, Nancy. Everyone's saying hi to her now. Tom Henry, did anyone see Randy's bike? Oh, dear, what a sad sight. Yes, the burnt out one, I think so, on the Traveling with Bruce Facebook group page. He was posting photos of the fires in Paradise, California. He lost his Harley up there, but insurance, he's got a new one. Don't worry. He's back. He's back. Tom Henry. Linda Lou, hi, Debbie, Tom, Paul, everybody. So Tweety, happy birthday to you. Nurse Nancy, happy birthday. Same from here. Vivian, I leave UK at 40 degrees, come all the way over here. It's only 55. Debbie, hi, Nurse Nancy. Is this your special day today? Kelly Hassan, happy birthday, Nurse Nancy. Craig, oh, we love the cruise on Princess going to Hawaii from San Pedro. You felt like you were in Hawaii when you got on the ship. Ukulele music was a nice time. Yeah, those are good cruises. The good vibes, too, because everyone's happy. You're all, you know where you're headed. You're headed for Hawaii. It's just going to be great. The only time where it's a bit cool is in the middle of the winter. It takes a day and a half to sail a bit south, far enough away from LA, and keep going until you finally get into that warmer Pacific air. But yeah, it's a good vibe, Greg. You nailed it. Vivian is saying hi, Nancy. Kathy, happy birthday, Nurse Nancy. Nurse Nancy, yep, Debbie. The big 5-0. Right on, Nurse Nancy. Way to go. That old biddy, hey, Linda Lou, so Tweety. Hi there, Vivian. It's Nurse Nancy's birthday today. Let's see here. Everyone's wishing her a happy birthday, and deservedly so. She's 29 for the 21st time. Congratulations on your 29th birthday. Well done. Right on. Tom Henry, I got an interesting post for a T-shirt for next birthday. It says, I'm not 60, I'm 18 with 42 years experience. I love that. Yeah, I like that too. That's pretty good. Donnell, hello, Bruce, and all at the TWB family from Wales. I sailed to Holyhead this morning for a short break. It was a nice 3.5-hour crossing. Mini practice for my 7-night cruise on the Mediterranean next year in May. Right on, buddy. Donnell, that was great. I got your message this morning, as you know, and fantastic. You had a great ferry ride over. Fantastic ride. Way to go, buddy. Paul Lucas, Linda Lou, aren't we all laughing out loud? We're all experienced 21-year-olds, folks. Larry Barrett, 1985. Shawana's happy birthday there, Nurse Nancy. Vivian, all ladies here are 29. Laugh out loud. An American lady on ship told me so. That's right. The Steaming Bean, Tracy Dunlop says, Steaming Bean, that area in PA is really nice. I will probably be up in central Pennsylvania, Lebanon area sometime this summer to visit family. Nurse Nancy, hi there, so Tweety and everybody else. Enjoy some Italian dining tonight. Thanks for the well wishes. Way to go. Kathy, I have anniversaries of my 29th birthday. There you go. I'm doing the same thing here. Sylvan, I have 46 years experience being 18. Donnell, hi, Viv, enjoying your vacation. Also, happy birthday, Nancy. Paul Lucas, hello, Donnell. Vivian, Clark Nicholson had 12 waiters sing happy birthday to me on the ship last Wednesday. Nice. Well done. Well deserved. Tom Henry, hi, Donnell. Shawana, laughing out loud. Vivian, Linda Lou, is it birthday today? That old bitty thumbs up for support. Linda Lou, hi, Donnell. Vivian, hi, Donnell. Let's see. What else is going on here? Yeah, these American cruises, they are expensive. Someone was saying, Cat Rose is mentioning. So, Tweety, yes, Tom, in a couple of weeks, it's a short one, but after 6 months, I'm so ready. Nurse Nancy, wow, Vivian, come to Wisconsin. It's lovely here today. Tom Henry, always Donnell, have 3 on the books. We've got cruises booked out there. People are saying, what else is going on here? Who else is here? Going through, there are a lot of folks talking to each other here. Donnell is talking to everybody. Glenn Edinburgh is here from Brisbane, Australia. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. Nurse Nancy, I got to drive home out and to go out to eat. I'll be listening, but cannot type. Goodbye and God bless. Have a good one, Nurse Nancy. Enjoy the day. Paul Wilkes is saying hello, Glenn. Let's see here. That old biddy says that Drake Shake going to the Antarctica is Antarctic. It's intimidating to me. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be. I don't think I'm interested in doing it myself. Sylvan, I would love to cruise to Antarctica, he says, but there are no polar bears there, and getting to what is that? Ushuaia is a genuine hassle after you manage to fly to Buenos Aires. Plus, it's cold there. It's got everything going against it, as far as I'm concerned. So, Tweety, awesome, awesome. I saw the Star Deck, the Star docked next to the Coral in Aruba. It's a pretty ship. Paul Lucas, have a great birthday dinner, Nurse Nancy. So, Tweety, same thing for Nurse Nancy. Let's see here. Tom Henry is listing the cruises he's got coming up. November 22nd on the Gem, New York City to Caribbean. November 29th, 2020, NCL Encore to New York City to Miami with a PC partial. Linda Lou, happy birthday, Nurse Nancy. Lucky you, Tom, says Donnell. James Grandy, Bruce, what about Virgin? Yeah, well, Virgin doesn't dominate any one cruise area. They haven't launched yet. They don't launch until 2020. But we'll follow them, see what's going on. Let's see here. Steamy Bean, Bruce, it's St. John, New Brunswick. St. John, New Brunswick, not St. John's. St. John's is in Newfoundland. You know, that is true, and that is a problem for 99.9% of Canadians who don't know the difference between St. John and St. John's. They mix them up all the time. I do the best I can with what little I know. Hang on. There's only one S. Well, Jennifer is giving me tips on how to figure out the stuff like that. You know, Jennifer is the queen of words, and she can remember song lyrics. Like there'll be a song on the radio, and it'll be from 1962, and she'll know the second verse. I might know the first few words of a song. She knows the second verse, the chorus in the second come around. She's a wordy, and here she's trying to tell me how to remember St. John versus St. John's. I took it in. It's already left me. It's gone. When it comes to music, I know song titles, I know band names, and I know guitar solos. I know how they sound. I know how the music sounds. So I know the music. Jennifer knows the words. It's a good mix, but it can get annoying for both of us. What can I say? Yes, very interesting, Steamer. Thank you for bringing that up and getting me into big trouble. I really appreciate it. Still. That's right. Interesting information for everyone to know. Sylvan, it's cold, no polar bears, a terrible schlep. So as nice as it might be, I'll pass, says Sylvan. Yeah, I don't think Sylvan is sold on going on an Antarctic adventure at all. Linda Lou, Steamer, what ship are you going on in July? She wants to know. Shawana, what are you doing for your young day, Nurse Nancy? Linda Lou, oh, Sylvan, I didn't say hi, so I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Vivian, hi, Sylvan and Lucy. Tracy, happy birthday, Nurse Nancy. Sylvan, no problem. Linda Lou, hi to you too. Thanks, Chef. She says, Tom Henry, Sylvan, we depart Buenos Aires and Ushashia, whatever how you pronounce that, is on our itinerary. No problem at all getting there. Laugh out loud. Yeah, no problem. Oh my gosh. Linda Lou wants to know if Viv is still on the train. No, she's in Peoria. She's there. She's been there a couple of days. She's all settled in. She's relaxing now. She's coming back to real life. Tom Henry, Sylvan, we depart Buenos Aires. No problem getting there. What else am I going to say here? MGM family traveling. Hi, everybody. Heading to Florida tomorrow morning, but not for a cruise. We're spending a week with the in-laws. Wish me luck. Yeah, good luck on that one. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm not saying anything because they could be great people and I could be in trouble if I say anything wrong. So, hey, have a good time. Sylvan, yeah, Tom, but I have 2 cruise ports by car from here. It spoiled me. That's right, man. You can drive to Miami. Fort Lauderdale, right there. Why go anywhere else? Absolutely. Vivian, no Linda Lou, at my friend's house in Peoria, arrived at 10-ish Chicago yesterday morning, got lost at the Chicago station. Jim from Evans, Georgia. Hey, Bruce, I finally broke down and booked a spring cruise May the 6th on Carnival Liberty from Canaveral. It's low 80s today in Evans, Georgia. Right on, Jim. Way to go. Way to break down and way to do it, buddy. Linda Lou, good luck, MGM. Shawana's Creative Circle, MGM Family Traveling, clapping to you. Donnell, you're not wrong there, Linda Lou. I got some sleep from 7 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Monday night. It did the trick. There you go. Vivian had to rest today. Lindy, let's see what's going on here. Tom Henry, Sylvan, I have NCL booking the flight from Miami to Buenos Aires and back from Santiago. We'll have to figure out how to get from here to Miami. Laughing out loud. Linda Lou, it's amazing how travel can take so much out of you, but it's so much fun. MGM Travel, Family Travel. Linda Lou, nice to see you on last night with Sharon at Sea. Vivian Clark Nicholson, I'm awake, but my body is running on UK time. Laughing out loud. Yeah, you're still adjusting, Viv. Still adjusting. Linda Lou, thanks, but ended having to go quickly. Linda Lou, so I missed a lot. Brittany, let's all give Bruce a thumbs up. How are we doing on those? We got 46 today. Thank you for the 46 thumbs ups. Thank you for all your support. Remember, tomorrow night on this live show, I got a special guest for the whole show. Dan, the man Slots, is going to be here tomorrow for the show. We're going to be talking about cruise ship casinos, gambling on cruise ships, getting free cruises, group cruising with casino deals, all kinds of neat stuff. I'm looking forward to having him on. I think you guys are going to enjoy his stories. We're going to have some fun tomorrow. So come on by and join in. Also, join us on Facebook on the group page, Traveling with Bruce, if you get a chance. Yay gambling, says Linda Lou. Brittany Lockwood, fascinating stuff, Bruce. Linda Lou says, I love slots. Glenn Edinburgh, ooh, I can't wait for tomorrow's show, Bruce. That old biddy Brucey's visitor in the house tomorrow. We need to show our manners. That's right, guys. Kathy Hennessy, blackjack for me. Glenn Edinburgh, love the 3-card poker. Tom Henry, my gambling is whether I'll have wall space for the Park West art. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Dom, you're going to need a bigger house. You have to put an addition on your home with lots of walls, not windows, just walls. Sylvan, Orlando to Miami is about 3.5 hours, depending on how fast you drive. Linda Lou, good thing. I don't go to casinos too much, but could be a problem living in Reno, though. Glenn Edinburgh, blackjacks, tourneys are good. I don't know what that means. Shawana, I hope you like my pictures traveling with Bruce. I hope so too. Linda Lou, actually love craps, but can't afford that, says Linda Lou. Debbie Manuel, thumbs up. Cruising with us. You are the man. Thank you, cruising with us. Glenn Edinburgh, like watching the craps, Linda Lou. Paul Wilgus, Tom Henry, you'd be better off flying into Fort Lauderdale and taking a shuttle to Miami. Tom Henry, Cool Jazz, did your envelope arrive yet? Cool Jazz, haven't been home yet, but I'll leave you a message if it does. Linda Lou, got to have a big bundle of cash for craps. Sylvan, Fort Lauderdale Airport to Miami, 22 miles. That's all it is. Kelly Haston, Paul, is it cheaper to fly to Fort Lauderdale? It might be. So, Tweety Bruce, someone posted your Royal Princess missing Alaska ports video in the Princess Elite Facebook forum. People are pretty concerned. Very interesting, So Tweety, and I'm glad they did, because it's a story that's been released by a number of media outfits. I've just done a video version of it. And, it's something to wonder about. The cruise line is knowingly sending in a ship to very tight waters on an inside passage when at 15 knots and higher as far as wind speeds go, and the ship is less than 7 knots cruising speed, its handling is subpar. And the pilots that run these ships for the cruise lines and for the ports, they know that this particular ship could have a problem coming into port. And so there may be a number of stops canceled by Princess because the ship will not be allowed or not be capable of bringing herself in alongside a pier safely because of the lack of handling. It doesn't have azipods in the back. The aft thrusters are just not capable of handling the current and the water's current and wind speed, especially if the wind speed is over 15 knots. And so that's what the story was about, and I felt obligated to let it out. We'll see what happens, folks. We'll see. I mean, I've seen videos of cruise ships, crashing, let's say, or scraping into docks that have azipods. I mean, just because you have azipods doesn't mean you don't have problems. If it's a really windy type day and the wind is coming from whatever direction, you could have a captain and a crew and a pilot having all kinds of problems because you don't have tugs assisting in a ship, especially of this size. And that's the problem. These pilots are wanting to have at least two 70-ton tractor type tugs at each port for these big behemoths to be assisted if necessary. The problem is, each one of these tugs, I bet you, cost you a couple $1,000 a day every day they're sitting there. You're talking 30 to 60,000 a month for each tug, whether they're moving or not, because they have to be fully staffed, fully maintained, fully insured, fully berthed. You got to pay to park them, to dock them. These ships, these tugs are a fortune, and cruise lines, they don't want to pay it. They want the profits out of Alaska without spending the money to get it, and this is one of the shortcuts. All is well until it isn't, and when the day comes, and I hope it doesn't, but will a day ever come that a cruise ship is in Alaskan waters on a pretty rough day, and there can be rough days off Alaska. Don't be fooling that it's just glass all the time in the waters off Alaska. There can be a time where a cruise ship like the Viking Sky out of just north of the coast of Norway, 2 miles off the shore in Norway, the engines could conk out. And now you've got a cruise ship with between 3,000 and 6,000 passengers drifting, the mercy of the current and the mercy of the wind. And if there isn't a tow ship in the area to assist the ship, she's going wherever the wind takes her, and if it's headed for rocks, the ship is headed for rocks, and we're talking a nightmare scenario. And I'm talking about, I'm trying to be the good guy and say, let's say it happens in the daytime. Okay, that's okay. You know, daytime is one thing, but what happens if it's happening at 2 a.m. in dead of night? That's the scary one. Now no one knows where they are. Everyone's disoriented. Passengers are being alarmed out of their cabins. What a nightmare without tugs to assist. I just say it could get ugly. Anyway, they should be concerned. So, Tweety, I really agree. Thanks for letting me know on that. So, Tweety, I appreciate that. So, Tom Henry, I will be checking my options. Even open to Tampa. That one is a nice airport. Tom Henry, yeah, flying to Florida from where you are to catch your ship. Yeah, I mean, look at the airfare to Miami. Look at it to Fort Lauderdale. Check it out to Orlando. Tampa, you can always rent a car, one-way drop-off if it's that cheap. You know, you're saving hundreds of dollars on your airfare for the two of you. You spend $100 or $50 for your car, do it, man, or bus or whatever. Linda Lou trivia, yay! Cool Jazz. Do we have to dress up for our guest tomorrow? Cool Jazz. I would prefer that tomorrow's show do not watch me naked. Not tomorrow. You know, at least a towel. You know, a little respect. Just the tiniest bit. I think we would all appreciate it. All right, let's move on. James Grandy, what about the new Virgin ship? Well, what about the new Virgin ship? What would you like to know? I have made videos about the new Virgin ship. Check out my channel and enjoy the shows. You can do a search in my channel and find those videos if you like. We're looking forward to the new Virgin ship, but it's next year. Haven't heard anything really new this week of any major source. Just a couple little things coming up. But James, I think the new Virgin Cruise Line is going to be a smashing success. I think they're going to be a huge hit with passengers, and I have said so already. Welcome to the channel today. Linda Lou, laughing out loud, Cool Jazz. Linda Lou, just Speedos, Cool Jazz, just wear Speedos. Tom Henry, JetBlue flies direct to Orlando from Richmond. Don't think we have a direct flight to Fort Lauderdale. That's the way to go, Tom. Cool Jazz, will Bruce be serving refreshments? So, Twitty, laughing out loud, Linda Lou, yes, everyone wear a Speedo to give the guest a TWB welcome. There we go. Dale Betts, hi, Bruce. St. Catharines, rainy here, 16 Celsius. Welcome, buddy. Welcome, Dale, to the show from beautiful St. Catharines. I'm glad you're here. I'm an old KW guy. Welcome to the channel. We're a little warmer than you, but not by much. It's kind of in the neighborhood. Linda Lou, yep. So Twitty, that's the trademark right there. Paul Logos laughing out loud. Sure, man. Sure wanna. Dale Betts, how you doing? Tom Henry, P.S. I hate the Fort Lauderdale airport. Linda Lou, yeah. Biscuit kids and Speedos. Woohoo! Here we go. Lynn, Hey, Bruce, I'll let you know when I receive the email from Royal, Lynn from Oro Medonte or whatever. Lynn, thank you. I will appreciate that for sure. SFL Swatter, Joy has been in Seattle for days now. No photos, no nothing. I don't know what the inside of the ship looks like. I don't know what the renovations look like. No idea. It's been a quiet thing. Paul Wilkes laughing out loud. Linda Lude. Rob Selvin. Hi, Bruce. At all. I've been subscribed for a month. First time poster here from Lexington, Kentucky, where it was 84 degrees. 84 in Lexington. Didn't need gas yet, so I didn't check today. Going on a cruise, number 2, in July to Alaska with Holland America. Rob, you're going to love it. You're going to love that. Fantastic, buddy. Welcome from Lexington, Kentucky to the show, the channel. I'm glad you're a subscriber. You're more than welcome here. This is fantastic, sir. I hope you're enjoying my little rants from time to time. Sylvia, hi, Bruce and all from Greensboro in North Carolina, 82 and sunny. Man, you guys are getting the good weather over there. It's incredible. So Twitty, hey, Rob, welcome, Sylvia. Linda Lou, Sylvia is in the house. Paul Lucas, hello, Sylvia. Shawana, hey there, Sylvia. So Twitty, Rob, are you sailing out of Seattle? We have a great port there. Sylvia saying hey there, Tweety and Shawana and everybody. Let's see here. Mark Maxon, hey everybody. Hi Mark, how you doing? Linda Lou, hi Mark. Rob Selvin, yes, out of Seattle, actually hanging out in the city for the weekend before the Monday sailing. You're doing it right. You're absolutely doing it right. You get there a couple of days and enjoy Seattle because there's lots to see and do there. It's a beautiful place. And get a bunch of photos in and enjoy yourself. There's a couple of Starbucks in town, so you're not going to have a problem finding coffee. Way to go. And then do that cruise. Way to go, buddy. I commend you on that. Shawana saying hi, Mark Maxon. Linda Lou saying enjoy, Rob. So Twitty, very nice. There's a lot to see downtown. Fox Gaming, hi everybody. Hi Fox Gaming, what's going on? Cruise with us. Howdy guys. Shawana, Fox Gaming, how you doing? Howdy, cruise with us from Linda Lou. Jaco from the Netherlands, hi everybody. From a sunny but a real windy Netherlands. It's always windy in the Netherlands, but then that's why they have all those windmills making all that electricity over there. Rob, so Twitty, going to see Mount Rainier, then a duck tour, right on. Linda Lou, welcome, Fox Gaming. I want to go to Reno, says Scott Weber. Fox Gaming, I was supposed to go on the Oasis of the Seas, but my cruise got canceled due to the crane accident. Fox Gaming, have they given you a refund yet? Have you received your refund for the cruise and your compensation? Are they giving you? I think they're giving you maybe a free cruise as well. I'm not sure how that works. Let me know. Viv, Ayako, I'm in the U.S. now, laughing out loud. Kelly, awesome, Rob. Linda Lou, come on down, Scott. Shawana's going, oh man, Fox, that's crazy. Yako, awesome, Vivian, and hello. Brittany, happy birthday, Nurse Nancy. Cool Jazz, so Tweety, would you like to sail on the Encore? November 2020 with Tom Henry. Cool Jazz wants to know. Vivian, still cold where I am, though. Yako, all this way, too. Fox Gaming, yep, I wish my cruise was not canceled, but ended up booking on the Symphony instead. So, you'll have a wonderful time there for sure. Linda Lou, I would like that, Cool Jazz. Come on, Linda Lou says Cool Jazz. The Three Stooges would be fun, Linda Lou is saying. I got to find a cabin mate. Yako, too bad then, Vivian. We also get a little sandstorms due to the winds and the sand from the Sahara. Oh, my God. Cool Jazz, you know what? It sails from New York, getting off of Miami, 13 days. So, Tweety, I'm booked up to 2021. Does Tom need a cabin mate? I thought he loved cruising solo in suites. Tracy Dunlop, we usually try to fly in and out of Fort Lauderdale because Miami is a mess and Fort Lauderdale is less expensive and straight through flights, which we can't always get from here, says Tracy. Very interesting. Scott Weber, river cruises do tend to be expensive, but they are more inclusive. That's true. Linda Lou, single cabin would be too much on that long of a cruise. Cool Jazz, I'm going along with him. Tweety. Let's go here. Encore would be nice, says Linda Lou. Kelly, yep, it's a new ship. I like new ships, says Linda Lou. Tom Henry, we need to get Paul Lucas signed up too. Hey, Jen, says Kelly. In 1 year and out the other. That's you guys heard me talking to her. Jen, she's keeping me in line. She does. Where are we going? Says Roger. Paul Wilgus, Tom Henry signed up for what? I missed something. Gregory Toomer, hey Bruce, with cruise line, which cruise line do you recommend for an Alaskan cruise, 5 stars or better? Holland America. Take Holland America. I think you're going to like that a lot. Let's see. Who else would you want to go on? 5 stars or better? Well, I mean, Princess, 4.5 to 5 star, depending on the ship. But again, depending on the itinerary and the Royal Princess with this whole inside passage thing, I don't know. I'd be, about that. Yeah, a Holland America would be one to strongly consider for 5-star or better. But Norwegian, if you get on the Bliss, on the Joy, those are new ships, should be okay too. Linda Lou, Roger, Fox Gaming. I'm excited to see Spectrum of the Seas sail on her maiden voyage, even though she's going to China. Yep, they are sending her to China, which surprises me really. Roger Leonard, Lindy, I'm glad you're back, Roger. I missed you, says Linda Lou. And let's see, Scott Weber, Patagonia and Chilean fjords sound preferable to me than Antarctica, and it's a lot easier to get to Buenos Aires or Santiago. All right, that's true. Let's go here. Traveling on the Anthem this July the 4th, says Steaming Bean. Fantastic. Let's see. I love these live streams, says Fox Gaming. Linda Lou, just need a cabin mate. Who else is talking here? Prince Tracy Dunlop, Tom Henry. Do you have any airports around you that Alliance or Allegiance flies to? Because I know they fly to different areas straight through. We do take that from Port Char to Allentown straight through. Flights are a difficult thing in the U.S. It's really quirky, isn't it? 5 majors and a small bunch of regionals, and you got to find the right connection to just make it work for you. Yeah, Southwest Airlines might work for you, Tom. I don't know. I guess out of Richmond, there just isn't that much choice for you, I'm supposing. Not sure. Donnell, okay, time to go. Farewell, all. Bye, and join you again real soon. Thank you, Donnell. You have a great night. Enjoy your time on the in the UK. Let's see here. Linda Lou talking to Roger. Roger talking to Linda Lou. Let me just go through all that. Hey, Bruce. Fox Gaming. Hey, Bruce. What's your favorite cruise ship? Mine is the Symphony of the Seas. You're going to love the Symphony of the Seas. I had a great time on the Amsterdam, and I very much enjoyed the Norwegian Jade. Two pretty cool cruise ships that I was on. I was on a couple of Princess cruises and didn't mind them either. I'm open to all new experiences. I'm quite looking forward to going forward with cruises very shortly. Let's see here. Crown is smaller than Royal and Regal. Okay. Let's see who else is here. I'm just going through the small chat because everyone's talking to everybody else, and that's all good with me. Sylvan Forest, shoot, visitors tomorrow. I will have to wear more than Lucy around my neck. I'm disconnecting that webcam right now. Yako, also, Regal Princess is underway to Zeeburg in Belgium, probably for European cruises. Linda Lou, but any other day, naked is fine. Laugh out loud, cool jazz. You can be naked any other day, but just maybe not tomorrow with Bruce having a special guest in the house. Tom Henry, careful. Bruce's experimentation might pull us into the live feed by accident. That's right, you guys. I hit the right button. I get you all on the screen at the same time. That would be scary, very scary. Paul Wilson says, Bruce, you take the fun out of watching the show having me wear a towel like that. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Sherry Lowry, I'm so ready for a cruise. Linda Lou, wow, so round trip out of LA. Roger, I was just looking at it today for February, 6,400 for a balcony. Whoa, Sebastian, I just got to Burlington, North Carolina after a hospital appointment in High Point, North Carolina. Welcome, Sebastian, to the show. Christine Smith, hi, I'm Christine from Asheboro, North Carolina. Welcome, Christine from Asheboro, to the show, the channel. I'm glad you're here. The gang, I'm sure, will be happy you're here too. Tom Henry is asking Sebastian, are you okay, Sebastian? Did doctors give you a clean bill of health? How are you doing? Linda Lou, welcome, Christine. Fox Gaming, yep, full refund. They offered me a free cruise and I took it. I am now on the Symphony in a few weeks. So excited. Way to go, Fox Gaming. Way to go, buddy. You're doing it right. You got to let us know how that cruise works out for you. Fantastic. Christine Smith, I'm cruising in September on the Horizon. Fantastic. The Carnival Horizon. You're going to love that ship. I think you're going to like it a lot. Fantastic, Christine. Way to go, Tom Henry. Welcome, Christine. Debbie, hi there, Christine. And Jimmy C is saying, hello, friends. Hi, Jimmy C. How you doing, buddy? Christine, hello, everybody. E-Ring, what is your opinion of MSC Seaside? E-Ring wants to know. When it first came out, it was having troubles. There were not a lot of happy people at the beginning. But it's now been a year and a half, and things have been getting better, I am told. I am led to believe. But gotta tell you, you want to go on a cruise in the Caribbean at a really good deal. Seaside, you get a great deal. That's great for consumers. But the reason that the ship is available at such a low price is because the problems that they had the first year or half a year that they had, and they're still trying to get over that momentum of disappointment that was hitting a lot of people at the beginning of the ship's existence. But I think for the price they're charging, it might be a pretty good deal to go on that ship. Let's see here. Linda Lou, good taste, Scott. Sylvia, a happy birthday, Nurse Nancy. Andre Hicks, Uber is less expensive than a shuttle from Fort Lauderdale to the Miami airport. Shuttles want $25 a person. Uber, $35 for up to 4 people. That's a good deal for 4 people. Yeah, yeah. For 2, it's $17.50 a piece, and you're in a private car. What's wrong with that? Nice ride. Fox Gaming, Andre, I use Uber all the time when I go on a cruise. Very reliable. Nurse Nancy, just getting home. I'm so disappointed here. I cannot listen to TWB tomorrow in the nude. Laughing out loud. Sorry, Nurse Nancy. Once you hit 50, nope, no. Once you hit 50, towel when guests are present. Under 50, you can stay naked, but not, no. Sorry. I'm not making these rules up. These are just, there's a law written somewhere. I just don't know where, but trust me, it's in writing somewhere. Paul Willis laughing out loud. Nurse Nancy. Nurse Nancy. Hi, Sylvia and Brittany and Tom. Tom Henry. Careful, Bruce. Ireland is not UK. There goes the sub. No, he's in the UK. He's not in Ireland right now. He went across the waterway. He's in the UK right now. So that's why I said he's in the queue. I'm not trying to get anyone angry at me about this. Tom, you're trying to get me in trouble. Alan, hi. Hi, Alan Carter from Calgary. Tom Henry, Nurse Nancy. Are you home now? Paul Willis laughing a lot. Tom, so tweety. Oh my God. Wouldn't that be a show if we all popped up? Wouldn't that be something? Nurse Nancy. Yep, Tom. So tweety. Laughing out loud. Nurse Nancy. Tom Henry. Philly's Pizza in Beloit. Road trip. Tom Henry. Tally's Pizza. Okay. This stupid autocorrect. He's saying Tilly's. Oh, okay. Tilly's. Andre Hex. I just came off the Horizon on Saturday. It was a great trip, says Andre. Fox Gaming. This channel is so fun. This is my favorite cruise channel. Been subscribed for a long time. Love your videos. Let you know how the cruise goes. Going to try the surfing simulator. Oh, that should be fun. Make sure someone videos you while you're doing it so that, then you can post it to the Facebook group page for us so we can watch you wipe out. Hopefully you won't, but, just in case. You got to get it on film, man. You got to get it on a recording. Amanda Dubb, I'm going on Carnival Valor for the second time, May 20th. Haven't been on since the upgrade. Have you been? Any recommendations? Has anyone been on the Carnival Valor since the upgrade? Can anyone tell anyone? I haven't, so anyone know? So Tweety, well, good thing we're all 29. That's right, So Tweety, we're all 29. We're all a different version of 29. Shawana's Creative Circle, laughing out loud. Linda Lou, oh my God, we all have to have towels. Oh my gosh. Fox Gaiman, laughing out loud. Nurse Nancy, hey, that role is now age specific. Just not fair, but I agree. Cool Jazz, Sunrise on its way back to Norfolk. Yep, that's right, from Cadiz, Spain. The new Sunrise from Carnival. Nurse Nancy, that's right, So Tweety. So I'm okay being 29. Paul Lugas, laughing out loud. Nurse Nancy. Linda Lou, we do have so much fun. A day without Bruce is a sad day. Fox Gaming, yep, sure thing. I'm most likely going to fall, but a lot. But I'm going to muster it. Going to give it a try. All right, Lisa Moore. Hi, Bruce. Hi there, Lisa. How you doing? Cool, Jazz. Lindsay, we can have towel fights. Paul Lugas, laughing all cool. Yeah, don't be dipping your corner of your towel into some water and then spinning it and then doing the old whoosh, whoosh. Don't be doing that while I'm hosting this gentleman tomorrow. Be on your best behavior and no towel snapping in the background. We won't want anyone to get hurt. You can poke an eye out with that, so be careful, you guys. Be on your best behavior. Oh man, Paul Lucas laughing out loud. Cool Jazz. Amanda, I'm also I'm going to Progreso, Mexico, on my trip. We found a 5-in-1 on TripAdvisor for a short excursion. It had really good reviews. Recommend doing something like. Would you recommend doing something like that? We found a 5-in-1. I'm not sure what that means. Did you find like a private tour of some kind, or is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure. Excursion, she says. It's an excursion. Darn autocorrect, Linda Lou, laughing out loud. 5-in-1 advisor. We found an advisor for an excursion. So, look, if you're finding good things on the internet, if you're finding reviews of this excursion person, organization, whatever it is you're doing, great. But again, I don't know. It's kind of, one of your calls. If there's 5 of you going, then you're a group and you should be all right. If it were yourself, I wouldn't recommend it. And Nurse Nancy, Amanda says, yes, like off Carnival, it was through TripAdvisor. So it's not a Carnival deal, but it's a TripAdvisor. If it's got good reviews, you should be all right. Nurse Nancy, okay, I'm getting more and more excited for the show tomorrow just from the conversation today. I'm not even a gambler. Well, Nurse Nancy, we all like certain things. We all do our own thing. And this guy here, he loves being in casinos and videotapes it. I'm really looking forward to having him on board. I think it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. This should be fun. Amanda, Sergio's tours. I just didn't know if y'all have ever booked off the boat. Yeah, Amanda, it's one of those things where, it all depends on where you're doing it and what is the tour, right? If it were me and it was Europe, I don't have a problem with it. If it's me in Mexico, I might have a problem with it. But if it's a popular, if it's a tour group that has a reputation of something, I'd look at it. But I'm one of those guys that probably the wrong guy to ask, because I really don't like to do. I wouldn't be interested myself in doing something like that off of Mexico. But if you're doing your homework and you can find good reviews, then you should be okay. Unless anyone else has a thought on this, let me know. Fox Gaming, my girlfriend asks, what do you think the best restaurant is on the Symphony of the Seas? Oh man, it all depends what you like. I mean, you may find that the pizza is the best restaurant, the pizza place. You may find the steakhouse is the best. You may find, Asian food is the best. It all depends on your personal tastes. You gotta try as many as you can. That's my recommendation to you, is just hit them all, and budget be damned is the way I say it. Duncan, any cruise lines accept status that you are with one company, or do you know one? Yeah, Duncan, MSC. MSC will take your status from another line and apply it to their line. You just got to call them on the 800 number and set it up. But I know MSC for sure does. Linda Lou, I watched one of his videos last night, Dan the Man. It was fun. See, there you go. Guys are watching. Amanda, have you ever been to Progresso? What do you think like doing it? I have never. Anyone else? Linda Lou, I think only the ship tours in Mexico to just so you're not late. Yes, you want to make sure you don't get back late. And that's why you want to do a ship tour. That's what I would be thinking about. Cool Jazz, MSC, Duncan, at least one time for sure. Christine Smith, what is the best restaurant that you recommend on Horizon? Boy, you got them all. You're probably going to recommend I'd recommend the steakhouse. And I think they have the barbecue place. I know they have Guy's Burgers, which is free on the upper deck, but I think they also have a Guy's barbecue, and you may want to check that one out. There's a couple in there. You're going to enjoy the Horizon, I'm pretty sure. Duncan, thanks very much. Ewan Mullen, hi, Mr. Mullen, how's it going? Fox Gaming, she said okay, she's going to try and eat at every single restaurant in 3 days. I don't think she'll be able to do it in 3 days, but if she does, well, it's a new world record. There you go. Duncan N says Italian, eat Italian. My name is pronounced Owen, by the way. Owen, welcome, Owen Mullen. Thanks for helping me out, because I'm useless with these names. Thanks, buddy, for letting me know how you doing. Welcome to the show. Tom Henry, Cool Jazz Sunrise looks like the NCL Redfish going the opposite direction from everyone else. Linda Lou, Mexican are very good with time. Mexicans are very good with time. Yeah, sure they are. Yeah, right. Linda Lou, oops, not very good with time. That's right. That's right. That's what you meant to say. Not very good with time. A Mexican minute. Be careful. Cool Jazz, yes. Tom, chicken was fun yesterday. Nurse Nancy, Tapanaki, Jai's Asian, Gigi's Asian, and Conscience del Capitano on Horizon. There's some suggestions on the horizon right there. Take Nurse Nancy up on those suggestions. You'll be just fine. You're going to have a great time. You're going to eat well. You're going to cruise well. You're going to have a good time. I think you're going to like that ship. Cruise with us. Just research and ask questions on cruise message boards. We, as a couple and as a family, do excursions with private excursions. There you go. Just do your research. If you do if you can do research on particular tour outfits, great. If you can't, back off. That's the way I go. Lynn Lou, I love Teppanyaki. Nurse Nancy, Cochina del Capitano. There you go, Fox Gaming. I'm looking forward to eating at the main dining room and at 101 Central Park, I believe it's called. You're going to like that, Fox Gaming. You're going to like it a lot. Cheers to you on the Symphony. Cheers to our friends who's going on the horizon. Cheers to any of you going on a cruise in the near future. You guys will have a great time. Cruising is the way to go. And it's raining here in Creston. It's just coming down, straight down. No wind, just a downpour of rain. We're in some kind of a shower thing here, and we're getting hit. No dust outside my door. Fantastic. That would be just fine. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me on this early show. I'm on again at 8 o'clock tonight for trivia. Tonight, 8 o'clock trivia. Come on and join me. We got 55 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for 55 thumbs ups. If you can spare me a thumbs up today, please help me out and throw them at me. The more thumbs ups we get, the more momentum the channel picks up from the computers at YouTube, and more people get referred to coming on in here, and that would be great. Linda Lou, Bruce, thanks again for making my day. Tom Henry, post a pic of you doing the water ski at Fox Gaming. I'll be here at 8 o'clock. Fantastic, Fox Gaming. Looking forward to seeing all you guys. I got trivia ready to roll. Live trivia, 8 o'clock tonight. We're ready to go. Christine, thank you, Nurse Nancy. I have a lot of food allergies, though. Cool Jazz, no trivia now. Paul Lucas, take care, everybody. No trivia. I'm saving it for 8 o'clock. We're doing it in 1 hour and 40 minutes from now. We start trivia tonight. Come on over and enjoy us and enjoy it, and we'll have some fun tonight. And if you don't make it tonight, I'll see you tomorrow at 5 because we got our live guest on tomorrow, special guest. Dan the Man Slots. I'm going to have fun here. That's going to be a good time. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy, and catch you at 8 o'clock tonight. Thank you for all your support. 63 thumbs up. Some whack just came in. Thank you, everybody. Love that. Great momentum for the channel. I really do appreciate it. See you in an hour and 39 minutes or so for live trivia. All right, guys, take care for now. See you later.